been charged with homicide. We have yet 5 different crime scenes. Fingerprints, witnesses, the works. You're not going to avoid prosecution by not saying anything.
Maybe you just like baseball, swinging a bat. Great American pastime, I can understand that. You like baseball, right?
I bet you don't want to hear me talk anymore. Or Frank talk. Hell, I'm sick of my own voice.
So let's just start with your name. We can go from there. Get you some help.
All right, we're just going to take a break.
Man, what a prick.
Jesus, how can he just sit there like that? I've never seen anything like it. And the damn FBI unit's on the way, and then he's going to be out of here. Shit.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's not such a bad thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying, it might not be a bad thing that he's getting out of here before you start getting all obsessed again.
How many times do I have to say this? Being tenacious is not the same as obsessing.
Whatever.
Don't start with me, Frank. I've been up for 36 hours, and I'm in no mood for your passive-aggressive bullshit.
See? You just proved my point. You've been at this for 36 hours. Now this case is going to be taken away from you in about 36 minutes.
So help me figure it out, and we can get the hell out of here. Hey, Sarah. Thanks for coming in. You look like you were enjoying a night off. I owe you one.
I'm glad to help if I can.
This is Detective Frank Sutter, Dr. Sarah Birch. I don't think you guys have met.
No, but Mike has told me about your escapades together.
Escapades?
Okay. I appreciate both of you jumping in for me like this. I know it's not really my case anymore. The feds are on the way. But I just can't let this go without trying everything I can think of.
It's no problem. I do seem to be missing some papers, though. I have no basic information about John Doe. I just have some witness statements and CSI reports.
Yeah, I didn't see any reason to copy out blank pages.
Blank?
Didn't have any kind of ID on him, and there's no fingerprints in the AFIS
He
system.
won't even speak. Not a word since he was brought in. Not one peep. There weren't even any tags in his clothes.
That's pretty unusual, right?
It's beyond unusual. We get lots of guys who know the system. Won't say a word except to invoke their rights and ask for a lawyer. This is different. Creepy. We know this guy beat people to death, but there was no trace evidence on him. No injuries either, recent or otherwise. Not even a cavity.
So, how can I help?
Can you give us anything from your point of view?
If you're looking for a psychiatric assessment, I can't give you much based on a few minutes of a CCTV interview and the paperwork here.
Look, this is not about an official assessment. It's just, I don't know, I can't make heads or tails out of it, and it's driving me nuts.
Anything I say has to be taken as stabs in the dark, okay? All right. Yeah, he's competent. He understands that he's been charged, and he could contribute to his defense if he chose to.
And so, straight up, you think he's crazy or just a mean motherfucker?
He's not exhibiting obvious signs of a mental illness that would directly lead to these crimes, if that's what you're asking.
Let's go through the incidents one by one. Maybe the three of us together can find some rhyme or reason here. Victim number 1, Jason Keith. White male, 41 years old, married. His wife found the body when she got home from work. Mr. Keith was in the garage, sitting at his workbench with his back to the door. Our John Doe was seen approaching the garage by neighbors from down the street. Didn't seem agitated. They'd never seen him before.
Yeah, the baseball bat was the victim's. He kept it near the entrance of the garage.
JD apparently just walked up behind him, bashed his head in with a bat for no reason, and then walked out with a bat.
Was anything taken?
Nothing. Watch was on the workbench. Car wasn't broken into. So what do you think?
He was negative for obvious head trauma, and the tox screen was negative. I don't have anything off the top of my head, Mike.
Okay. That's fine. We have lots more to look at. Let's move on.
I see the next victim, Paul McMillan, was also a white male about the same age, also married and killed in his home.
Yeah, similar victims, same method. McMillan was in his living room, asleep on the couch. His wife was upstairs vacuuming and listening to music. Didn't hear a thing. He got bolder, entering the house that way with the wife upstairs. Maybe he just recently had something bad happen to him. I know there can be a connection between negative life events and risky behavior.
I'm not sure that would apply here, but yeah, it could be the similarities could indicate an obsessive behavior, or maybe a trigger common to both events.
Well, this next incident blows that idea out of the water. Two women, 20 and 22, roommates.
Cinnamon gum is the only thing getting me through those lessons. At this point, my jaw muscles are gonna get more exercise than the whole rest of me put together.
Cinnamon? Yuck. I hate those weird flavors. Give me spearmint every time.
I'm sorry. Can I help you? I think you got the wrong house.
They didn't call in right away. Thought he was high or something. It was only after they saw the other incidents on the news that they put it together. So what if JD was a victim of abuse? I mean, really nasty abuse over a longer period. That kind of trauma can lead to all sorts of strange behaviors, right?
Aberrant behaviors can be the result of trauma and abuse, but there's just nothing to support that. Mike, you've seen these papers.
Yeah, okay, but just because there isn't a record of him being abused doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Mike, you're doing it again.
Ah, here we go.
Well, you wanted me to call you on it. You wanted to watch out for clouded judgment, not looking for the same motives all the time.
Where else am I supposed to look? You guys have come up with zero helpful suggestions. We're not getting anywhere.
It may seem like we're not getting anywhere, but it can be helpful to eliminate possibilities.
Look, maybe there's nowhere to get. Maybe the guy's just bad.
Let's just keep going. There has to be something here that'll put us on the right track. The third victim was a Ms. Green, the first one over the state line to make this our headache. We still have no idea how he was getting from place to place. Ms. Green was bludgeoned to death in her driveway about 5 miles from here using the same bat.
Excuse me, this is private property?
Pretty nuts. I mean, anybody could have seen it. It was lit up like a stage.
Well, maybe the guy's just a psychopath. You know, not to jump on the TV bandwagon, but wouldn't that fit? He's bold. He shows no remorse.
But he's not grandiose or manipulative. And again, we have no concrete evidence where I would expect some to be. There's no history of juvenile delinquency.
So have we eliminated all the obvious theories for now? Then let's just throw stuff out there.
Stuff?
Brainstorm. No idea is too crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sarah's right. He doesn't have a juvie record. But it's more than that. There are no records at all. It's like he appeared out of thin air. Maybe his identity's been wiped clean. You know, like a hitman or an assassin.
What? That makes no sense.
Well, it's better than anything you've got.
No, it isn't. He would have covered his tracks, not left evidence everywhere. Practically begged to be arrested.
Yeah, you're right. The hitman theory won't fly. So what do you guys have? Come on, I don't know how much time we have left. Just give me whatever you got.
Look, I'm just trying to help, Mike. I just don't know.
So you're quitting? You're willing to accept not knowing, not having any explanation for any of this?
People like him just do what they do. They have no reasons.
There's always a reason. And if we don't find it, we failed, and it's just chaos.
Wait. We need to start speaking to each other and not at each other.
Give it a break.
Excuse me?
You're so objective. It's like you're not even here.
I'm just trying to get us back to a constructive discussion, listening to each other.
I am listening, and all I'm hearing are people that want to give up, aren't interested in finding out the truth. Well, I'm not giving up. What? Just leave it.
I'm sorry, Mike. I would have liked to have helped you. Well, I'm gonna head home then. Frank, it was nice to finally meet you.
Drive safe.
Mike, I hope to see you soon. Call me if you like.
No use sticking around here now. Want to get a beer?
I just want to spend a little more time with this stuff before they take it away.
See you tomorrow.
See you, Frank.